Welcome back to Midnight Narratives. I'm your small-town Aussie host, and tonight we're diving into the latest and most controversial updates about Dezi Freeman. He's become one of the most talked-about figures in Australia right now, not just because of what he's accused of, but because of the bigger debates his story is sparking across the country. For weeks now, Victoria Police and even interstate authorities have been pouring massive resources into a manhunt that looks more like something out of a military operation than a rural search. We're talking helicopters, drones, tactical squads, and more than 400 officers. The weather has been brutal: snow, rain, treacherous mountain terrain, abandoned mines, caves, thick bushland, and still, he's managed to stay hidden. That alone has made him a folk figure in some circles, a survivalist ghost the system just can't pin down. But here's the controversial part. Police believe he isn't alone. They've gone public saying people in the community know exactly where he is and might be helping him. There's a $1 million reward on his head, one of the biggest payouts in Australian history. And criminologists are split. Some argue money motivates people to betray even close associates. Others warn it could create false leads, wasted resources, or even vigilante attempts at cashing in. Now, let's talk about why he was wanted in the first place. The warrant that brought police to his property wasn't for a minor traffic issue. It was for historic child sexual offense allegations. When officers arrived, things turned deadly, and ever since, Freeman has been painted as armed, dangerous, and radical. His sovereign citizen beliefs, claiming the government has no authority over him, have exploded into public view. Legal experts warn that sovereign citizen ideology isn't just eccentric paperwork disputes anymore. It can be a pipeline into violent confrontation, especially when mixed with anti-government paranoia and survivalist prepping. At the same time, some rural voices are asking whether the media has turned him into an exaggerated monster. Is he a lone extremist who spiraled out of control, or a symbol of a broader movement the government doesn't want to admit is spreading? The academic line is divided. Some criminologists say sovereign citizen numbers in Australia are still tiny, but growing louder thanks to online echo chambers. Others say the Freeman case shows the real danger isn't in numbers, but in potential for lone wolf-style violence that destabilizes whole communities. There's also backlash over how far police powers should go. Freeman's wife and teenage son were detained and questioned before being released. Supporters call that harassment. Critics say it's justified, since harboring a fugitive is a serious crime. Meanwhile, posters with "Free Dezi" scrawled across them have appeared, leading to fresh arrests and sparking debate about free speech. At what point does displaying support cross into endorsing violence? Experts are raising long-term questions too. Will this lead to new laws targeting the sovereign citizen movement, expanded police powers in rural areas, or will it push more people underground, convinced they're right to distrust the state? And through all this, the local community of Purpunka and surrounding towns are suffering. Tourism is collapsing, locals are on edge, and scammers are even exploiting the chaos by pretending to raise money for fallen officers' families. The ripple effects are spreading far beyond one man in hiding. So here's where the debate really cuts deep. Is Dezi Freeman an outlier or a mirror reflecting something darker happening in Australia's rural culture? Is he a symptom of government overreach, community alienation, and conspiracy-fueled distrust? Or just a criminal who used ideology as a shield? And most controversially of all, does the $1 million bounty help bring justice, or does it create even more chaos? That's the Midnight Narratives question for you tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Is Freeman a dangerous extremist, a symbol of rural rebellion, or both? Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and good night from your small-town Aussie host.